Hello creative video editors. Today I will show you how to zoom with motion blur using Adobe Premiere Pro, like this. Alright, to get started, I just added a video clip to my timeline that I would like to zoom into with motion blur. Let's begin by going over to the Effects panel and then type Transform into the search box. Drag the transform effect onto your video clip. Then make sure your video clip is selected on the timeline and go up to the effect controls. In here, under the transform effect, first let's uncheck Use Composition's shutter angle to make our motion blur work. Then increase the shutter angle up to 360 so you get the most significant amount of motion blur. Now let's position our playhead to where we want our zoom to start. Under the transform effect, click the stopwatch next to the scale to create a starting keyframe. And if you're going to zoom in on something off center, click the stopwatch next position to create a starting keyframe for that as well. Okay, now that we have our two starting keyframes, let's move the playhead to where we want our footage to be finished zooming in by. Now let's increase the scale to your desired zoom amount to create a second keyframe for scale. I recommend increasing it to at least 300% to get a noticeable motion blur. And I'll also change the value of my position to zoom in on something I want. Okay, I have a nice looking zoom effect with motion blur when I play this back. To make my zoom look even smoother, I'm just going to drag to select all my keyframes. Then right-click one of them, hover over Temporal Interpolation and select Ease In. Alright, now my zoom looks smoother and more professional. If you want to zoom your clip back out with motion blur, just position the playhead to where you want to start zooming back out. Click the little circles next to scale and position to create keyframes, so Premiere knows when to start zooming out. Then move the playhead to where you want to be finished zooming out by. Finally, click this little curvy arrow next to the position and scale. The curvy arrow button just creates keyframes that will set your video back to its original position and scale. Okay, and now when I play this back, my clip zooms in for a bit and then zooms back out when it hits my second set of keyframes. Alright, that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this video.